Hello friends, this is Dr. Bhavani Shankar and today we'll be discussing on the principles of organization, Unit 3. The concept of organization is observed in almost all the societies across the globe. Wherever human beings try to satisfy their needs by working along with the other members of the society, we find this organization. There is a need for work organization because without each other's support, my dear friends, no organization or no individual can satisfy their specific goals. Organizations can include factories, offices, stores, government agencies, hospitals, religious institutions, and so on. And all these organizations are going to have a specific structure and a function to be performed by the employees. These organizations are going to divide the um, duties and assign responsibilities and adopt certain procedures in order to fulfill or in order to successfully ensure that they are going to function, my dear friends. Before industrial revolution took place, the social and economical activities were relatively small scale and simple forms of production and administration existed. In the olden days, my dear friends, we used to have cottage industries or we used to have the guild system, my dear friends, which require less administration or else only the family members used to work on that. Once this industrial revolution took its place, heavy machines came into existence, which has increased the production process, which led to the large scale organizational units in terms of economical, social, and political life. These large scale organizations have become very complex and intensify of collective activity, which led to more personal and direct forms of coordination among all the staff who are working within the organization. These organizations gave rise to the management, which is an authority system which is responsibility to ensure that the given work is done. Evolution of modern management organization has accompanied with growth and expansion of business and industries across the globe. Now let us discuss the meaning of organization. According to according to Narendra Singh, the concept of organization involves around four aspects. That organization need to have specific goal or vision. Each and every organization needs to have a specific goal or vision. That is the first concept. The second one is that it is generally designed to outlive the participation of any individuals who participate at any point of time. The third one is we are going to have more or less well developed set of formal set of rules and regulations which are going to regulate the behavior of the individuals who are working in that particular organization. And the third last one is a relatively fixed structure of authority, roles and responsibilities that is independent of the personal characteristics of those fulfilling the roles at any particular time. That means we are going to say who is going to have the authority, who is going to exercise the authority, who is going to perform what kind of roles, and who are responsible for that. So according to Narendra Singh, the concept of organization involves these four aspects: goals are vision, participation of the individuals, then we are going to have a set of rules and regulations, and the last one is authority, role, and responsibilities, my dear friends. Now let us see the principles of organization. According to Coates and Donnell, they have talked about a few principles. The first one is unity of objective. The first requirement of the organization is to define the objectives of the organization clearly and make every individual aware of the organizational objectives or goals. So, if the person is not going to have the clarity, what is the organization meant for, what are its objectives, who are going to work in that, then at the time the people will not work effectively and the goals may not be reached, my dear friends. So, we need to have unity of objective. The second one is that we need to have efficiency. The organization places emphasis on the achievement of goals or objectives with minimum cost. That means they have to work efficiently and ensure that the cost of the product is nominal so that the customers will be benefited. At the same time, the company can also make profits out of it. So for that, we need to have specialization, we need to have the skills and knowledge in the design sector, which is going to increase the efficiency, my dear friends. The third one is we need to have authority. In each and every organization, we need to have authority who is going to make decisions regarding the functions or activities of that organization. Like who is going to have the authority to recruit the employees, when he's going to recruit the employees, what kind of skill sets are required, or what are we going to look in the employee, what must be the wage, what must be the salary given to the person who is being hired, what kind of policies we need to design, human resource policies or industrial policies, like, and so on. So who is going to have the authority to decide all these aspects? There must be a clarity, my dear friends. Authority gives the right and power to the individuals, which allow them to directly take the actions on the employees and also ensure that the organizational goals can be achieved, my dear friends. Then the next one is we need to have delegation of authority. It is the process of transferring authority and creation of responsibility between the superior and subordinates. Because, my dear friends, one person cannot run the entire show. It is the organization is nothing but few or more people are going to work together in coordination, in cooperation. So we have superiors as well as subordinates. So we are going to transform the authority and responsibility from the superior to that of the subordinate so that they can accomplish the task, my dear friends. So one individual has the authority over the other in terms of making decisions, requisition of resources to direct others to act and perform the task, and so on, my dear friends. So we require a clear cut delegation of authority so that the organizational activities can be directed and work effectively. Then we are going to have the span of management. Every organization has a centralized authority and there is hierarchy of employees with superior and subordinate positions. There is the number of subordinates who need to be managed by the highest management in the organization. The span of management is nothing but the maximum number of subordinates that an individual can manage. The maximum can undergo changes with the nature of job, kind of employees, and the complexity of the relationship with whom who was being supervised, my dear friends. The span of the management is wider, and the jobs with specialized tasks need special supervisors for supervision and special instructions to be given to carry out the task, my dear friends. And then we also have a scala principle. That means we are going to have a vertical line. If we see Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, then we are going to have a clear cut structure in terms of authority. We have the chancellor, who is nothing but the governor of the state, followed by the vice chancellor of the university, followed by we have the register, then we have OSD, then we have the deans, then we have the head of the department, and then we have professors, associate professors, and professors. So if you are going to see, we are going to have a clear cut hierarchy in terms of the authority in the organization. We know that who is superior and who is subordinate, who is going to have more authority and who is subordinate in terms of position. We are going to have a vertical line, my dear friends. In most of the bigger organizations and traditional organizations, my dear friends, they are in vertical line, my dear friends, a straight line. Then we also have responsibility within the organization. Each and every organization and each and every individual is assigned with certain particular activities or functions, my dear friends. But the effective functioning of the organization at various levels, the responsibility or authority is given to few people in particular, whose duty is to ensure the activities um, like. So here, the responsibility of decreases from top to bottom, my dear friends. The responsibility decreases from top to bottom, and the authority increases from bottom to top, my dear friends, within the organization. And the last one is we require unity of command. It states that each subordinate should report to their superior. That means for any given activity, the employee should be made accountable to only one superior only. If the person is going to have a lot of superiors at the time, the employee may not have clarity, uh, so that whose command he should follow, or to whom he has to give the feedback, or to whom he is accountable. So it may lead to ambiguous situation. For that reason, each and every individual is made to be accountable only to one person or to one superior, my dear friends. So these are the principles of organization, my dear friends. Now let us discuss about the functions of organization. The first function of organization is nothing but the division of labor. For example, if we see, in order to have functioning of class, effective functioning of class, maybe on the regular mode, may not be on the virtual mode. We require infrastructure. We need to ensure that the class is neatly maintained. So for that, we require a class 4 category. Then we need to ensure that the illuminous system, fan, everything, it's good. For that, we require an electrician. Then we require a library. So for that, we require people. So we require different people with different profiles, and all the people has to work together, coordinate with each other, so that the work can be done. So there must be, first one is clear division of labor. So it is going to help us in achieving the organizational goals, my dear friends. The first one is division of labor. This division of labor leads to fixing of responsibilities, delegation of authority, specialization of the employees, and so on. The next one is, once you have division of labor, the next one is combination of labor. If there is no combination of labor, my dear friends, then we will not be able to fulfill the goals. For example, in the year 1997, I got an opportunity to visit Sri Harikota. And if you go into Sri Harikota, there are n number of departments. At one place, they are going to make the drum. At one place, they are going to process the crude oil. At one place, they are going to do all the electrical work. At one place, they are going to fix on the satellite. And like different departments are there. And all the departments, after completing their task, they will come at one place and they are going to fix the rocket so that we can launch the satellite, my dear friends. Think, if there is no coordination, if there is no coordination among all the staff who are working in different departments at the time, do you think that we can assemble the rocket, we can launch the satellite or keep the satellite into space? No, my dear friends, it will not be possible. So all the employees, irrespective of what they do, what is their specialization, in which department they are going to work, all the people has to work together, so that the objectives of the organization will be fulfilled, my dear friends. The next one is we require coordination. Coordination is nothing but integration of all the activities which are being taken up at various departments, which help in achieving the specific organizational goals. A very, very successful leader tries to find the suitable person who can take up the task effectively and vest the responsibility and authority to control and supervise the subordinates effectively. Now, let us go for the types of organization. The organization can be classified into two types, my dear friends. It can be classified into two major types. One is the formal organization, and the other one is informal organization. Let us discuss about formal organization in industry. Formal organization refers to the organizational structure which is designed for the pursuit of a common goal or objective of the management. According to Bernard, formal organization is a system of consciously coordinated activities of two or more persons. According to Bernard, the formal organization consists of or it is impersonal in nature. Second one is composed of members who bear ideal relationship with each other. When we go to the organization, we keep all ourselves aside. That means when I go as an employee, I go only as an employee. Neither I carry my religion, neither my caste, or all these things aside. I be only a teacher when I come to the college, my dear friends. I'm not supposed to bring all my belief system, my practices, everything into work sector. So second one is it is composed of members who bear ideal relationship with each other. They are only the colleagues or the employees working for a common goal. And the last one is usually a part of a larger corporate system. So we are going to have a lot of people and we are going to cooperate with each other. So these are the three things according to Bernard which defines a formal organization. The formal organization emphasis on the position held by the person and not on the person itself. So we're not going to see who is going to sit on the chair, but we are going to see who is, who is sitting as a principal or the vice chancellor, and we give the respect and we follow the command given by that person, my dear friends. The formal organization describes the relation among the employees or units in certain ways. Let us discuss about them. First one is authority relations. Which office or unit have the authority over other office or units? For example, in Ambedkar Open University, vice chancellor has the authority to take all the decisions pertaining to our university following the guidelines given by the Telangana state. And then in order to implement it, who is going to give it better? The registrar of the university is going to communicate it to all the concerned staff. And then coming to the departments, it's not the vice chancellor, my dear friends. The head of the department along with the board of studies members, they are going to sit together and make the guidelines for the department. Later on it will be passed on to the concerned person like registrar and vice chancellor, and they keep the file in the academic committee and they are going to get it approved, my dear friends. So we are going to know who is going to have the authority, who is going to exercise the authority. The first relation is that. Second one, responsibility relations. Which office or units are responsible to other offices or units? Whatever the decision is taken by the vice chancellor office, the register office is going to communicate with the rest of the departments, my dear friends. So which office is going to be responsible with whom everything? For example, if you want to pay the examination fees, you're not going to the vice chancellor, you're not going to the registrar, but you go to the examination branch, which is headed by the controller of examinations, my dear friends. So he is responsible to which office, everything we are going to have the clarity. The third one is we also have functional relations. Which office or units have specific functions and how are they connected with other offices or units? For example, once the advertisement is rolled out, you must have applied for the admissions into UG program. Once you have logged in on site and then you have filled the documents and they did not directly give the admission for you, you did not even pay the fees. First, you have gone to the respective office where you have got all your certificates verified. Later on, they gave the permission to pay the fees, and after that, they have directed you to the other office from where you can borrow the books or lend the books. And they also said that you can also have the admit card which allows you to take membership in the library so that you can go and refer the books for your studies, my dear friends. So we also have functional relations, my dear friends. So which office is going to have specific function and how come they are connected with each other. And the last one is who reports to whom. Who is going to report to whom, my dear friends? Who is superior and who is subordinate in the hierarchy, that is also clearly mentioned. Now let us discuss about the advantages of formal organization. First one, because it is just like a formal, like line, vertical one, my dear friends. We know that vice chancellor has the responsibility, he has the higher authority, everything. So it is easier for us to fix the responsibility, my dear friends. So first one is first advantage is that it is easier to fix the responsibility. Second one, because we know who is responsible for whom, like, so there is no ambiguity in the roles to be performed. Third one is we have unity of command. It also helps us in having effective accomplishment of goals as employees know their roles perfectly. And the last one is because everyone is going to work effectively, coordinate with each other, then that organization is going to be stable. So we also have stability of organization. So these are the five advantages of formal organization. However, this formal organization also has its own limitations. The first one is formal communication leads to procedure delays. For example, think in the classroom, the fan is not functioning. So I do not have the right. So what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to put on a letter saying that through proper channel that in so and so classroom the fan is not functional. Then I have to give it to my superior. My superior in turn signs it and forwards to his superior. Then in turn to his superior. Likewise, it goes to the vice chancellor, and the vice chancellor directs it to the electrician. And electrician, after due process, he gives the inputs to the vice chancellor so that they take the decisions. Till then, my dear friends, there is delay in terms of this procedure. Till then, the bigger organizations may lose the activity. That means the production will come down. So that means the supply of goods may not be available in the market for longer period. And if the goods are not available in the market for longer period, then we may lose some of our royal customers. That is one of the biggest limitation of this formal organization, because it delays the procedural patterns. The second one is poor organizations may not allow creativity. Poor organizations may not allow creativity. For example, for example, uh, once upon a time, Amul company never used to give advertisement. It was a federation. Their main intention was to help the farmers, and they have become almost monopoly in some products, my dear friends, across the country. But they are not in a position to expand because the product used to come into the market and it used to be exhausted. They want to expand, but there was no advertisement. They used to say, we don't want to waste our money in terms of advertisement, in terms of all the nonsense things. We want to simply procure the milk, process it, sell it, and we our duty is to give the major profits to the farmers. But later on, they have understood that without much advertisement, we will not be able to reach to a larger extent of the customers. That made them to come with the advertisement and so on. And remember that this Amul company is one of the biggest federation. And think what happens to the smaller organizations and poor organizations, my dear friends. They may not allow the employees to come up with new ideas or creative ideas, which may put them into the what do you say? They may lose the customers, or one fine day they may also lose their profits, or they may even shut down the organization. It depends on multiple factors, my dear friends. The next one is it is difficult to understand human relations. It is difficult to understand human relations as the organization concentrates only on structure and work of the organization, my dear friends. Because when we go into the organization, different people come. Yes, they may say that they are going to abide to the set of rules and regulations. But sometime, my dear friends, knowingly or unknowingly, they are going to carry their religion, their customs, their practices, and so on. And it may also influence the human relations. So if there is no proper relation between the employees and the employer, or between the employees and the employees, my dear friends, then remember that they will not work effectively. So our duty is to understand the human relations, but this formal organization may not give us the scope to understand the human relations effectively, my dear friends, within the organization. So these are the three basic limitations of formal organization. Now let us discuss about informal organization in industry. The concept of formal organization was first formally proposed by Roethlisberger and later redefined by Mayo in the year 1939. The formal organization constitutes the network of personal and social relations which are not defined. We need to have clarity. Whenever we talk about formal organization, we are going to have some set of rules and regulations which are going to govern the people within the organization. It is going to help us in recruiting the people, in giving the authority, in executing the work, and so on. We are going to have set of rules and regulations. Whenever we talk about informal organization, my dear friends, we are going to have network of people, personals who are working in the organization, but there are no definitions or definite set of rules and regulations which are going to govern the social relations. Okay, now according to law, informal organization appears in every formal organization. Their specific operation is nourished by the normality of the formal organizational system because they live and work together. These members form their own convenience, norms, values, and social relations. When I'm going to work within the department, my dear friends, even though I'm working in the formal organization with few of my colleagues, I may develop friendship, relations, and these relations are also going to make a new set of norms and values which are going to govern that social relations within that organization. Now, the informal organizations are going to provide the workers relief from monotony because people are going to do the same routine work, my dear friends. So, in order to kill the boredom, in order to kill the monotonic life, in order to reduce the fatigue levels, my dear friends, these informal relations are going to help them. Second one, each and every person may not have the rank, but at the informal level, among the people, my dear friends, people are going to work together, cooperate with each other at the informal level, my dear friends. Some of the people may have the opportunity to enhance their status based on the skills, my dear friends, which is going to provide them pride, which is going to provide them happiness, and so on, my dear friends. And the third one is an increased flow of emotional response because all the people are working together, they become very very close. So whenever they are going to have any emotion, any issues, like all the people are going to respond emotionally and they are going to help them, my dear friends. So this is going to help the people to strengthen the bond, my dear friends, which will help them to work effectively. The next one is it is going to provide opportunity for independence, not only dependence, but it also provides an opportunity for independence. And at last, because people are going to work together, they are going to cooperate, share everything, it is also going to increase the security among the individuals in this. So these are the things which is supposed to be provided to the worker by the informal organization. Now let us discuss about the advantages of informal organization. There are three advantages of informal organization. The information is spread faster because they are close. Are mama, do you know what is happening? Do you know what that person has done? So here in the informal organization, my dear friends, because people are very very close, they are going to pass on the information and they're also going to give the feedback about the employees or anything, my dear friends, that is very very uh, speed and faster. The next one is it tries to help to satisfy the social needs by finding the like-minded people in the organization. I'll give an example. When I started working for an engineering college in Maharashtra, so I am from Telangana, but I got the opportunity to work for an engineering college in Maharashtra. Once I went there, I was new. I don't know Marathi. I know Hindi, but I was young enough, and it was the first time I moved from Telangana to that of the other parts of the country. So the next moment when I went there, I went to the administrator and I took the list of all the teachers. Then I mailed each and every teacher introducing myself, saying that I am Dr. Bhavani Shankar. I'm going to teach industrial sociology and industrial psychology for engineering graduates, and so on. Like, and the next day, I started visiting all the departments whenever I used to have free time. So as to ask, say, sir, my name is Bhavani Shankar. Sir, what is your name? Ramesh. Okay, sir. How are you, sir? Sir, where are you from? Then Maharashtra. Okay, Maharashtra, Marathi. Then I used to go to the other person, XYZ. Sir, where are you from? I'm from AP. Arey, wow. You're Telugu person, I'm also Telugu. Then where from AP, sir? Telangana. Sir, I also am from Telangana. Where are you from Telangana, sir? Warangal. I am. Yes, sir, I'm also from Warangal. So we have taken the geographical thing. And there used to be around 18 people working from Warangal in the same college, but not all 18 people are my good friends. Do you know why? Because we have differences. What I was very fond of having a cup of tea, and only five people used to have the same habit. So out of 18 people, we are like-minded. Like our behavior was same, our ambitions were same. Instead of working the different departments within the college, my dear friends, we have become very very close. It helped to kill the boredom because we are staying far away from the families. We are staying in the hostels and have the same habits so that we can play together, work together, we can have fun together. So it helps to satisfy social needs by finding like minded people. And the third advantage is that it contributes to fulfillment of organizational objectives too. Besides these advantages, it also has its own limitations, my dear friend. The first one is it can be a disruptive force because it can lead to gangs. My people, your people, like your ideology. So, based on ideology, based on rumors, based on religious feelings or anything, my dear friends, people may fight with each other, and it may also lead to quarrels. It may disturb the harmony within the industry, and it may lead to strikes, conflicts, and so on, my dear friends. There is the first disadvantage of informal organization. The second one is organizational objectives can be reached if informal groups do not oppose it. Remember, objectives can be fulfilled only if organizations are going to work together. If they're not working together, then the organizational objectives cannot be reached. And the third one is it pressurizes members to conform to group expectations, which can be harmful for the organization. Which can be harmful for the organization. So these are the three disadvantages of or the limitations of informal organization, my dear friends. Informal organization. This about informal organization and formal organization. Till now, we have studied that organization is nothing but a group of people working together, cooperatively under an authority in order to achieve certain goals and objectives, which are going to be mutually benefiting the workers as well as the organization, my dear friends. We also discussed the principles of organization, that is, unity of objective, efficiency, authority, delegation of authority, span of management, and so on, my dear friends. We also discussed that organization is of two types, formal as well as informal organization in detail. If you have any problem, my dear friends, you're free to ask, or else we will start the next lesson. We'll go for Unit 4, Scientific Management Theories. Prior to early 19th century, work has happened in as it always had. Those with skills did the work effectively to the best, whereas the other to whatever they can do. Before the industrial revolution took its place, majority of the business operations used to be having only two or three people. Owners frequently used to labor the people next to the employees, whom they are close or who are capable of doing the activities. But the dynamics of workplace has changed drastically after the industrial revolution. The workers on the floor contributed to the work process and generally worked only hard enough to make sure they would not be removed from the job, my dear friends. There was little or no incentive to work harder than the next man, my dear friends. The concept work has been studied and the work process improved formally uh, before the ideas of F.W. Tyler. The scientific management movement produced revolutionary ideas from the time ideas such as employee training and implementing standardized best practices to improve productivity. Now let us see the meaning of scientific management. Scientific management is an attitude and a philosophy which discards its traditional hit or miss or thumb rule method for managing the work and workers. Its main means was to apply the methods of scientific investigation for the solution of the problem of industrial management. So he said that F.W. Tyler has said that it is an art of knowing exactly what you have to do by looking at the best methods in the cheapest way. And he said that our duty is to eliminate the wastage and inefficiency in terms of production and productivity. And our duty is to improve the efficiency of production and productivity, which is going to make the profits for the organization, my dear friends. So, for that reason, F.W. Tyler is regarded as the father of scientific management theory. Let us discuss about the contributions of F.W. Tyler. His We are going to have take it from all the organizations, my dear friends. Then let us see the assumptions of scientific management. There are three assumptions of scientific management, my dear friends. The first one is improved practices will come from the application of scientific methods of analysis. Um, the improved practices will come from the application of scientific methods of analysis of organizational problems. In other words, the application of the methods of science to organizational problems leads to higher industrial efficiency. That means we need to observe, make the experiments, and then make the comparison of the different methods and find the suitable method to be applicable. The second assumption is that the relation of workers to their work. This is there is a primary focus on work itself and not on the particular person doing the work. The good worker is viewed as the one who accepts the orders but does not initiate actions. The worker is told how to do his job based upon scientific analysis of the job, my dear friends. So, scientific management assumes rationality in the classical sense. Each worker is assumed to be interested in maximizing his monetary income. The organization is seen as a rational instrument of production. The complicated motivational, emotional, and social actions and reactions of persons in organization are not emphasized. Now, let us discuss the core principles of scientific management. There are four core principles of scientific management. The first one is look at each job or task scientifically to determine the best way to perform the job. So, there is no chance for previous rule of thumb method where workers devised through own ways to do the job. Hire the right workers, appoint the right workers for the job, my dear friends. If you're not going to appoint the right person, then we are going to waste a lot of time in terms of training them. And if it's not suitable, my dear friends, he may not work effectively. And once you're going to hire a person, train them effectively so that we can use that person efficiently and even the employee can work efficiently. The third one is monitor the worker's performance and provide instructions and training whenever and wherever it is needed. So monitor the work and train the person. So when you're going to invest on the human resource development, remember that it indirectly is going to contribute to the development of the organization. And the last one is divide the work between the management and labor so that the management can plan and train and the workers can execute the task efficiently. They can work efficiently. See, these are the four core principles of scientific management. So, first one is do the work scientifically, the best way. Second one is ensure that you are going to appoint the right person, train them, then monitor the work performance of the individuals, train them whenever there is requirement, and then divide the work between the management and the labor. So, according to Tyler, there are a number of principles of scientific management. The first one is our duty is to develop a science for each element of man's work. The principle suggests that work assigned to an employee should be observed and analyzed with respect to each element or part and the time involved in it so that it helps us to decide the best way of performing the work, my dear friends. Second one is scientific selection, training, and development of workmen. For example, if you're going to select the soldiers, if you're going to select the soldiers at the time, do you know what they do? My dear friends, first they see the height, then after that, they are going to see whether they are going to have the knocking knees. If they are going to have the knocking knees, my dear friends, they will not be able to effectively. For that reason, those people are denied the job, my dear friends, in terms of defense. So we are going to use a scientific method to select the people, train them, and develop the individuals, my dear friends. Next one is we are going to have a clear cut division of work and responsibilities between the management and workers. Now, let us see the tools of scientific management. The first one is they have gone for work study. This work study um, it involves work measurement and work improvement through scientifically conducted time, motion, method, and fatigue studies. The first one is time study. It involves it involves the careful measurement of the time required to do each job in an organization. The basic purpose of time study is to determine the proper time for performing the operations. Second one is motion studies. It is a study of the movement of an operator, like how he has to use what must his body language, what must be the man machine relations, everything, what is expected from the worker, everything that will be studied in these motion studies. The third one is method study. It involves the determination of the standard task to be performed by the worker. And the last one under work study is the fatigue study. The purpose is to provide firm measures to eliminate or minimize fatigue of the workers while working within the industrial setup. So, by giving intervals, rest periods, or giving snacks, so that they can restore the energy and so on. So, there are also studies. So, these are the four types of studies in terms of improving the work within the organization. Then the next one is we also have the sociology. Sociology is the study of human behavior and relationships. It involves understanding how people interact with each other and understanding how society functions. Sociology studies how people interact with each other and understanding how society functions. We'll stop the lecture, guys, and we'll continue tomorrow. Have a nice day.